Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to our English lesson with me, your English teacher. Today we are in the chapter 3 of the semester. What we are going to learn? Let's check it out.
After you learning this chapter, it is hopefully that you are able to identify spoken and written instruction, to identify expression of asking for and giving permission, give instruction to others, write the instruction, and use the expression of asking for and giving permission.
Asking for information. How to do something and give instruction. Listen to the dialogue.
You listen to the recordings. Dialogue 1.
Ruby, do you know a simple way to clean this whiteboard? It's very dirty and very old.
All right, Andy. Spray the board with air freshener, then wipe it with a clean cloth. Don't wipe it with a dirty whiteboard eraser.
Dialogue 2.
Sylvie, this whiteboard is very dirty.
Let's clean it using toothpaste, Anita.
With toothpaste? How do you do it?
First of all, mix a teaspoon of toothpaste with a glass of warm water. Don't mix it with cold water.
Okay, what's next?
After that, wet a washcloth with the solution, then wipe down the board. Lastly, let the board dry.
That's on the dialogue before. What do you think? What does Andy ask Ruby about? Apa yang Andy tanyakan kepada Ruby? Do you still remember what expression does he use? Yes, correct. He says, "Do you know a simple way to clean this whiteboard?" Meanwhile, in dialogue 2, Anita asks Sylvie how to clean the whiteboard use a toothpaste. She used the expression, "How do you do it?" So we can take the conclusion. If you want to ask information about how to do something, you can use this following expression. Jadi, ketika kalian ingin menanyakan informasi bagaimana cara melakukan sesuatu, kalian bisa menggunakan ekspresi di bawah ini. How do you do this? How do I blah blah blah? Do you know how to clean the whiteboard? Do you know how to use the hand sanitizer? Do you know how to use the hand wash? What's next? Meanwhile, when you want to give the instruction, you can say first, pertama, then, kemudian, next, kemudian, lastly, terakhir. Now we are going to learn asking for and giving permission. But first, let's listen to the dialogue.
Okay, students, we have covered up all of the material today. For the assignment, I would like you to summarize a storybook for children. It can be a fable or a legend or tales. You can borrow the book from the library. Any questions?
Sir, yesterday I bought a storybook. The title is Yuki and Tsunami. It tells an interesting story. May I summarize it?
Yes, of course.
Sir, last week I found an amazing story in Children Magazine. Is it alright if I summarize it?
Asking for and giving permission. Meminta dan memberikan izin. As you can see that the student 1 and student 2 are asking the permission by saying, "May I summarize it?" Bolehkah saya merangkumnya? Is it alright if I summarize it? Apakah boleh jika saya merangkumnya? Then the teacher is giving permission. Kemudian gurunya tersebut memberikan izin by saying, "Yes, of course." So this is the expression table you can use when you want to ask for, give or refuse permission. When you want to ask for permission formally, you can say, may I? Bolehkah saya? Is it alright if I? And then, do you mind if I borrow the book? Apakah kamu keberatan jika aku meminjam bukumu? And then, if you want to give the permission, you can say, yes, of course, yes, certainly. And then, what about if you want to refuse permission? Well, if you want to refuse the permission, you have to give the reason. You can say, for example, may I borrow the book? Well, actually, I'm still reading the last chapter. That is how you refuse the permission. Okay, so far, do you understand? Let's move to the next topic. Making a request, membuat suatu permintaan. You can use the modal can or could to help you in making a request. Kalian bisa menggunakan modal can atau could untuk membantu kalian membuat sebuah request. For example, can you open the door please? Dapatkah kamu membuka pintu? And then the response can be yes, sure. Could you possibly open the door please? Apakah mungkin kamu dapat membuka pintu? Also, if you want to ask other people to make request, ketika kalian ingin meminta orang lain membuat suatu request atau menyampaikan suatu request kalian, ya. So you do this if you want to deliver the message through another person. Jadi jika kalian ingin menyampaikan request kalian, menyampaikan pesan kalian melalui orang lain atau melalui perantara. For example, can you ask him or can you ask her to see me please? Dapatkah kamu meminta dia untuk menemuiku? The response can be yes, sure, yes, of course. This is the last topic is about making imperatives. Imperatives is the sentence to make a command, ya. Jadi suatu kalimat yang digunakan untuk membuat kalimat perintah. Ya, imperatives and commands are the same, ya. Jadi imperatif adalah sebuah kalimat perintah, commands adalah sebuah perintah. If you want to make the command, you start with the verb one. Jadi kalian mulai dengan memberikan sebuah kata kerja pada awal kalimat, kemudian diikuti dengan keterangannya. For example, give the message to him. Write a letter to them. Come and see me tomorrow. Indirect commands or indirect prohibition, perintah tidak langsung atau larangan yang tidak langsung. Jadi kalian menyampaikan secara indirect atau tidak langsung melalui sebuah perantara. The example of indirect command, you can say, tell her to come and see me tomorrow. Tell him to come and see me tomorrow. Meanwhile, indirect prohibition, tell her not to bring the books to the library. Tell them not to drop litter in the room. Jadi di sini kita menyampaikan pesan kita melalui perantara orang lain. And then if you want to make prohibition, you can start by using don't or you must not. Don't berarti jangan, you must not, kamu tidak boleh. For example, don't close the phone. You must not keep the message. Let's take a look at the example. There's the situation. Number 1, you want your friend bring a notebook tomorrow. So how do you make the comment? You can say, bring a notebook tomorrow. And number 2, you don't want your friend make notes on the book. Kamu tidak ingin temanmu membuat catatan di dalam buku. So that is prohibition. And you can say by, don't make notes on the book. Okay, I think that's it for our lesson today. I hope that you can take the benefit from the video. Thank you for joining my class. See you again next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.